Are you okay? A gorgeous woman looked down at me with concern as I panted heavily, drenched in sweat. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine finding myself in such a situation, having led a life with little interaction with women. My name is Jake. I'm a 35-year-old single employee. I work in the marketing department of a women's fashion brand company, specifically in accessories. I'm a supervisor, with a pretty decent compensation package and find the job fulfilling. However, lately, I've been facing issues with my relationship with my boss. Jake, what is this flyer? We have so many better products, why did you showcase the cheaper ones? The department head said that while thrusting the flyer draft I made towards me. His domineering attitude always takes me aback. There's an upcoming pop-up store event at a major mall, and I was responsible for the flyer. Well, malls attract people from all walks of life. We need to have affordable products so that young kids and students can easily have access to our brand, I replied. I've been in marketing for a long time, and I've always felt this in my gut. To pique the interest of folks from all age groups, we first need to lower the barrier to entry. However, the department head is always fixated on maximizing profits and has always strongly opposed my approach. He insists that the flyer should target only the affluent and not students who won't spend much. He then threw the flyer draft I made on his desk in frustration. I held back my sigh and decided to redesign the flyer. I had no choice but to follow the orders of my superior. However, deep down, I felt that our department wouldn't achieve results this way. And I wasn't the only one who felt that way. My colleagues shared my sentiment. Jake, it's always soda for you. You have more experience in this department and always make logical points, a younger colleague of mine said with a disappointed look on his face. The department head has always been quite intimidating to me. He's a 40-year-old married man and is related to one of the company's executives. Being highly educated and well-connected, he was transferred to the marketing department just 6 months ago and became a department head. In reality, he isn't very popular among the staff. Most of the employees respect me more since I've been in the department for much longer. The department head, being overly confident because of his educational background, seemed to be irked by this. He always tried to take initiatives to showcase his abilities, but they hardly ever turned out well, causing disruptions. He always criticized me, as if to vent his frustrations. You are still single, a leader should have a stable family life, but I guess that might be difficult for someone like you, he often mocked, looking down on me for being single. It's true that I'm not the kind to attract a lot of female attention, and I've never been in a relationship. Frankly, I was tired of dealing with a boss like him. But I never once thought of quitting. I have strong emotions tied to this job. The reason I got interested in accessories was because of my older sister, Sarah. Jake, what happened? Something wrong? Yes, sis. I get bullied at school again. I was often bullied during my middle school years, and I would often cry at home. When I was a kid, I was slow in my movements, and that made me a target for bullying. I was bad at sports, struggled with studies, and to top it off, I was a crybaby. I really hated that about myself. Jake, cheer up. There's something special about you, Jake. Look, I'm giving you this. And she gave me a bracelet made of power stones. The bracelet, with its tasteful color combination, shone brilliantly and caught my eye. You're giving this to me? Yes, I picked out tiger's eye and quartz from my collection to make this bracelet. You made this especially for me. I had fun making it with my friends. Don't you feel happy when you give something special to the ones you love, sis? Tiger's eye will give you courage, and quartz will purify your heart. They'll always be there to support you, Jake. Your kindness is also your strength. Believe in yourself. She said it with a warm smile. That comforting word and smile, I can't even begin to tell you how much they saved me. Thanks, sis. I'll do my best. Feeling empowered by that bracelet, I changed my mindset the very next day. I put in my best efforts, slowly overcoming my weaknesses. While there were things I still wasn't good at, An unfounded confidence like I can do it too rejuvenated me. School, which used to be just a daily grind, became something I looked forward to. Before I knew it, many friends started to gather around me. No one dislikes a person who's always happy and smiling. Gradually, even those who bullied me began to drift away. A smile has the power to uplift everyone around. I realized this thanks to the bracelet my sister gave me. My sister passed away from an illness when I was in high school, but I'm forever grateful to her. She was so compassionate and loved by everyone. If I ever pass away, I want Jake to have my collection. She left behind her collection of power stones and beads for me. The box was filled with shimmering gems, and each piece brought back memories of her, moving me to tears. She often said, "Someday, I want to open a jewelry store with friends." She must have wanted to convey feelings to many people through jewelry, just as she had done for me. It was such a dream befitting of her. Inheriting her dream, I entered the same industry. I take off the bracelet she gave me during work, but it is still my most treasured possession. Whenever I faced challenges at work, that bracelet would uplift me. The sparkle of the power stones seemed to mirror her comforting smile. Even when things aren't going well, if I give it my all, things will surely turn around. I kept a positive outlook, dealing with the stress I faced from my boss. Life was a routine between home and work, but one day, I found myself caught in an unexpected trouble. Well, I better get to work early. To prepare for the meeting in my department, I left home an hour earlier than usual. Honestly, if I went to the office at the regular time, I'd make it just fine. But on meeting days, my supervisor, the department head, always makes unreasonable demands of me. Right before the meeting, he might suddenly ask for additional documents or say things like, "It's expected that you come in before me." Feeling pretty down, I was on my way to the office when I suddenly heard a woman scream. "Help, please stop." The voice came from a narrow alleyway between two buildings. I quickly ran towards the voice. There, I saw a stunning woman in her late 20s being harassed by two thugs. "There's no need to be so scared. Come on, have some fun with us." Saying this, the thugs tried to get closer to the woman. Unable to stand by and watch, I quickly positioned myself between the woman and the thugs. Both the woman and the two thugs looked shocked at my sudden appearance. "Who the hell is this guy? She's clearly not interested. Back off. Who do you think you are?" Standing in front of the larger thug, I was internally freaking out. I was terrified. But I couldn't just look away. Due to the tension and pressure, I started sweating profusely. Are you okay?" she asked, looking deeply concerned. "Don't worry about me, just go. Hurry." Never in my life, where I've had little interaction with women, did I imagine I'd find myself in such a situation. After ensuring the woman escaped safely, I confronted the thugs again. "You've got some nerve. We won't let you go." Yelling this, they swung their fists at me. I tried dodging but took a few hits. That said, I can't just retaliate here. Doing that would only further provoke them. Someone reported the commotion, and the police rushed over in a patrol car. The moment the delinquents heard the siren, they took off in a panic. I had to give a statement to the police, and as a result, I ended up being nearly an hour late to the meeting. I had called the company beforehand to let them know about the situation, but as expected, my manager, the department head, was fuming. "You were late to the meeting because you were helping a strange woman from some thugs. Seriously, Jake, get your priorities straight." Saying this, department head slammed his desk with great force. It was as if he was making an example out of me for the other employees. Everyone watched with concern, wondering what would happen next. For my part, I had no regrets about helping the woman. I felt I did what any decent person would do. But the department head kept blaming me. "If you want to be forgiven, seal the deal with this boutique." This deal was the one that the department head messed up recently. Apparently, During the presentation, there were numerous errors in his documents. 1 or 2 errors might be forgivable, but too many will certainly tarnish one's professional reputation. That's why we were turned down by the client. It seems that by handing me this task, the department head is trying to blame me for his mistakes. I doubt the client's feelings would change just because I show up now. I expected to get turned away at the door, but I followed the department head's orders and visited the boutique's headquarters the following week. I was still sore from the attack by the thugs, burdened by department head's unreasonable demands, and had been having a streak of bad luck. I was pretty down. However, that day, an unexpected miracle happened to me. Oh, it's you. In front of the boutique's headquarters, I ran into the beautiful woman I had helped the previous week. She was dressed in a navy blue suit and looked as stunning as ever. But why is she here? Thank you so much for helping me the other day. I've been wanting to thank you for a while now. She said it, giving a polite nod. It's okay. I'm just glad you're safe. I reported the incident to the police, and they were able to identify those thugs. That's great news. Thanks to you, no one else will be victimized by them. I'm honored to hear that. By the way, are you here for some business with our company today? I was taken aback by her mention of the company. What? Noticing my reaction, she handed me her business card. It reads CEO, Catherine Smith. I never imagined the CEO of the company we were dealing with would be this beautiful woman. Stunned, I gave her my own business card and introduced myself. Sorry, I should have introduced myself earlier. I'm Jake. No need to be so formal. Well, actually, the reason I came here today is, I explained in detail why I had come. So, Jake, you are here to negotiate on behalf of the department head. That's fine. Our negotiation rep is understanding. If you present properly, you'll get it. With that, CEO Catherine introduced me to a male employee named Bob, the negotiations representative. Hearing what Catherine had to say, Bob would allow another presentation. Well, Jake, I'll leave you to it. Bob is the expert in negotiations. I'm rooting for your presentation. And with that, she left. I was impressed that even in such situations, she didn't make all the decisions by herself but respected the opinions of her employees. I, too, wanted to make deals based on the quality of our products rather than just connections. As a result, after the presentation, Bob agreed to the deal. Jake, your presentation was excellent with detailed explanations. Thank you. To be honest, the department head's presentation was a mess, and his lack of remorse was disappointing. I'd love to do business with someone like you. I then reported the successful negotiation to the company. The department head didn't expect my success and was panicking. How did you succeed in the negotiations, Jake? The woman Jake helped the other day turned out to be the CEO of our client. Wait, the CEO? The department head and I were surprised by a sudden appearance of our company CEO, who is rarely in public. The CEO smiled at me and began talking. I heard about your great work from CEO Catherine. You saved her without thinking of her own safety and excelled in the presentation. Catherine praised you a lot. What? The woman Jake helped was the CEO. The department head was shocked by this revelation. But a few days later, something even more surprising happened. One day, I came to the office, and the department head's attitude was oddly subdued. Usually, he's full of sarcasm. While I was working, still feeling puzzled, I was suddenly called to the CEO's office. Nervously, I headed there, and the CEO greeted me with a smile. Jake, you did great work. I'm thinking of appointing you as the head of the PR department. Me, the head of PR? I was shocked by the CEO's words. The PR department is the star division in our company. Normally, employees over 40 who have excelled in their respective departments get appointed there. To think I'd be chosen for such a prestigious department, but the CEO seemed really keen on recommending me. I was just considering some staff changes. The other board members also feel you'd be perfect for the manager role, Jake. Given such encouragement, I wanted to live up to their expectations. With the next staff reshuffle, I became the youngest public relations manager in the company's history. This promotion came with a significant raise, and the manager no longer treated me unfairly. Things were truly looking up. All of this was thanks to CEO Catherine. She truly was my lucky charm. Just as I was thinking of expressing my gratitude to CEO Catherine, she reached out to me. I was thinking, as a thank you for the other day, maybe we could have dinner. I gladly accepted her invitation, and we dined at a French restaurant. The restaurant had a lovely atmosphere, and Catherine, dressed elegantly, looked radiant. But during our conversation, I was surprised to learn she was 36, just a year older than me. I thought you were still in your 20s, CEO Catherine. Turns out I'm older than you. You must be disappointed, huh? She chuckled adorably. As I raised my glass to toast with beer, she glanced at my wrist and gasped, that. It seemed she noticed a bracelet peeking out from under my cuff. Oh, this, my sister gave it to me. I don't usually wear it, but today I just felt like wearing it. As I said this and showed her the bracelet, CEO Catherine went stiff. I looked at her, puzzled, and out of CEO Catherine's mouth came the most unexpected words. Is that Sarah's? You know my sister? Yes, because Sarah and I made that bracelet. Hearing this, we looked at each other in astonishment. Right. I vaguely recalled my sister referring to her friend as Catherine. It had been so long, my memories had become hazy. Taken aback by this unexpected connection, we spent our dinner sharing memories of my sister. Sarah was truly a wonderful person. Maybe meeting you, Jake, was a fate. I felt that deeply too. There was a special bond between CEO Catherine and me. We exchanged glances, silently understanding and feeling each other's emotions. Even without words, it was clear that love was blossoming. From there, things quickly fell into place and we started dating. After a year of dating, we decided to get married. On our wedding day, Catherine wore a unique piece of jewelry. This is something Sarah had designed especially for her wedding day. It suits you very well. Thank you. Wearing this makes me feel like Sarah is still with us. The meticulously designed piece continued to shine with memories. Feeling the magic of such jewelry, Catherine and I held hands and walked into the venue.